It's the Machine of Nonsense, episode 70, and we're talking April. We are already 3 months down in 2022. It's going quick, guys. I'm your host, Eric, joined by Kayla.
Hey.
And we got Mike.
I'm back. I'm here.
He's back. He missed Bomb once again. But it allowed me and Tony on our last episode to talk some mad shit about your hate of butt rock. So, be warned if you haven't listened to that episode yet, Mike.
Haven't.
Well,
you just released it like yesterday or today, right?
Yeah, I don't remember when I. Yeah,
Tony's episode.
It's new.
You talked
it's
about
very new.
it. Yeah, it's new.
It's very new. So any of you butt rock fans out there, me and special guest Tony Ortega, big fans of the butt rock found in Peacemaker season 1.
Oh god. That was last year. All right, that shit's over with.
It does feel like it was so long ago.
It really does. It's so weird because like the first 3 months of this year have both flown and seemed like, yeah, like that was 3 years ago, right? Like 2021. What the fuck? But yeah, let's recap because neither of you guys were on our last episode. Kayla started off. What you been up to?
Nothing really new. You're playing Elden Ring, and I watched that. I'm watching Seinfeld still. Bob's Burgers.
What'd you think about us predicting the Oscars? We predicted Will Smith was gonna slap Chris Rock. We predicted the Best Picture winner. We did everything.
You done fucked up my vibe. Bring that shit up.
Well,
we watched Oscar movies. And the Coda was great, and I was really happy it won.
Yeah, we got our justice for Coda. That was real nice to see that happening. You didn't catch much of the Oscar ceremony, did you, Mike?
No, listen to the Big Pick podcast with their recap on it. Looked at the list of winners. I wasn't really. I knew Saint Olivia wasn't gonna win. I knew like Maggie Gyllenhaal wasn't gonna win for Lost Daughter or anything. My favorite stuff that was eligible for the Oscars a lot of it wasn't nominated at all. Just a really dull list of best picture nominees. I dabbled in pretty much all of them and couldn't finish most of them at all.
It definitely took effort to I've never even heard of these movies. Let's look up these nominations and watch these movies. And even like some of the best actor or actress, I'm like, well, I never even heard of that. What was that?
Yeah, it was an interesting movie year, interesting Oscars year, I guess. Just the lack of, you mentioned The Lost Daughter. We already kind of recapped that a little bit in our Oscars episode, but like that was just such a big snub not to be nominated for more things, not to be recognized. Yeah, it's been it was an odd Oscar year. We talked about it a lot on our little mini episode, me and Kayla. A lot of tough watches. Like I personally enjoyed all 10 to varying degrees, but like you're talking about a 3-hour slow Western, a 3-hour Japanese, subtitled movie, and a black and white film, a lot of stuff that just, aside from Dune, honestly, like Dune's the big like crowd pleaser, big blockbuster type movie. It's tough, I really think they should have done more to recognize some cool stuff, some fun stuff, things that leave you with a better taste in your mouth. But hey man, Coda's good. But Mike, what you been up to, man?
I've been playing Elden Ring, a lot of Elden Ring, of course. Almost done with that, I think. I don't know if I love the game or hate the game, honestly. It's just like consumed all of my free time.
I kind of we brought you up today playing Elden Ring. Like, yeah, how many hours you're in? And I asked Eric, like, does he like it?
And I was like, I think so, but I honestly don't know. I know he's devoted a lot of energy to it, so there's something to that. But
the game is kind of like it's lost its difficulty. I really do just like seeing everything, and
Cool looking stuff.
Finding the cool stuff, finding all the thing. Like, it's just so much. There's so much. It just keeps going. I got like 96 hours. I'm just rocking my moon sword, and sometimes switch to my katanas, my moon veil, and doing that. I'd like to have maybe a big talking about Elden Ring at some point. On the last episode of Our Flag Means Death.
Ooh.
Really enjoying that so far.
It's just one season, right? So far.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be a limited thing or not.
Is it fully available, or do episodes
all done.
episodic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm into that.
Finished episode 9 yesterday, and I couldn't go to 10. I had to step away. Was left on like, oh man, what's gonna Steed, what are you doing? Keep on it.
I like it.
Playing Kirby in the Forgotten Land.
Yeah, how's that?
I'm gonna give you Owen's review. He wanted me to bring.
Oh, okay.
He's on World 3. Upgraded a lot of powers. And he thinks it's pretty good.
Oh, okay.
It's his full review of it. I haven't played too much. He's played most of it. Co-op's not that great because only one person could be Kirby, and the other person's just like a little character that can throw spears and stuff.
Yeah, they don't have all the cool Kirby powers, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So
that's weird.
I'll do that sometimes with them, but when I break away from Elden Ring, I play on my own save for a little while. It's cool. It's cute. It's charming. First 3D Kirby game. They've done a pretty good job.
Nice. Making
that transition. And that's about it for me.
Didn't check out Tunic yet, then?
No, that's like going to be my next big, huge kind of. Well, I guess not huge, but like mysterious Dark Souls-y kind of game. Once I'm done with Elden Ring, I'm gonna jump into that.
Yeah, I've heard. Luckily, that one's maybe like 15 hours on the like short end, and maybe like 20 more average kind of thing. So yeah, not 96 or whatever you had on Elden Ring. Yeah, I mean, me and Kayla finished up our 10 movie Oscar Best Picture binge recently, so that we could do that podcast. So that's kind of consumed a lot. I'm like 40 hours into Elden Ring, and a little concerned. I mean, from like what you've said and just everything I've read, it seems like everyone takes about 100 hours minimum to beat that game, and that's just like, that's such a commitment. And I'm liking it. Like the minute to minute of it, exploring and stuff is cool, especially when you find a new area, new monsters. I ran into this area where there's just these giant like hands that have way too many fingers. That was terrifying. But yeah,
Carrion Manor is a place. I believe that's what you're referencing.
That's that is exactly where I am. And yeah, it's just cool. Like the environments are so varied. The environments are varied, but more so the creatures are so varied. So that's what's keeping me going. It's cool. Every new area kind of results in a new fight, and I recently respect my character to be a little more magic focused. I up my enchantment stat, stuff like that. So And I'm wearing like a full Carrion Knight armor, and I have a Carrion Knight sword. I'm like full Carrion Knight cosplay going on, so it's fun. But it's just so daunting hearing that, like, yeah, man, you're like 4/5 of the way, 40 hours in. Like, okay, cool. That's tough, man. I don't know. That's tough to hear with like so many good things like already out and then more to come as we're gonna get into April. Like, Jesus, I don't know. It's tough. It's all consuming. It really is.
It's quite the platformer.
There's a lot of there's a lot more
There's a lot of platforming in it.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And it's not meant for it. It's not made for it. Like,
Well, they try.
I did a sewer area the other day, and it so many deaths. More deaths to platforming than any boss in the game so far. Man, oof.
I'm real excited to see, like, during like Game of the Year conversations and our own, naughties, where this one winds up. And I think we should do a full on, like a spoiler cast or a deep dive into Elden Ring. Because there's a lot to talk about. We might need like a 10-hour podcast or something. But yeah. Finished Servant. I'm kind of wishy-washy on it. I was really digging the off-the-wall kind of M. Night Shyamalan thing that it was doing. It had such a great premise, and I feel like they just kind of don't know where to go with things anymore. Like, maybe it should have only had 2 seasons or something like that. But it's a really visually appealing show, and Rupert Grint of Harry Potter fame. Fantastic.
It's that show. Gotcha.
Yes, yeah. Really cool. I think he like super stands out because he's completely off. Like I think I've only ever seen him. I've seen him in I've seen him in the Harry Potter stuff, a movie about CBGB, the punk like thing, the venue in New York, where he played like just a crazy punk rocker. And then this, where he's kind of a crazy punk rocker. He's like a kind of a sleazy businessman who like does a bunch of coke and is like an alcoholic and is just completely off the like Ron Weasley character completely. But he does it really well. His accent doesn't ever come through. It's just another Brit who can like just do a flawless American accent. Like it's he's really good. He's a standout, even if the rest of the show is a little. But
okay,
yeah, but
nice.
I think definitely like the first season's like super cool. I would recommend people check that out if they got like a 7-day Apple TV subscription or something.
I kind of want to do that. I want to check out Severance.
There's so much,
and a couple other things on Apple.
Ted Lasso.
Yeah, yep. Want to see what that's all about too, people.
Haven't heard anything about The Shrink Next Door, but I'd like to see that.
I want to watch that too.
Yeah, it went from like completely about a year ago, 6 months ago. I was like, I don't ever see myself getting Apple TV to being like, wow, I'm gonna have this after my trial maybe because like there's a lot here. There's a lot of good stuff. It's really grown from like nothing to at least a lot of interesting stuff. I checked out the first episode of The After Party. I mentioned on a different pod we did, but real cool premise, murder mystery with just a bunch of comedians and all of their points of view. Seems really cool. I wanted to hold off on watching anymore, so Kayla could watch the rest with me. I think that might be a nice palate cleanser for. Yeah, we've been watching a lot of like. Fucking really
shit ass.
Right, a lot of like really hardcore Oscar shit that's like about terrible humans, and After Party seems like it's just gonna be a fun time. So yeah, if there's nothing else, we should probably get to April. We got a lot.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
There's too many April showers going on in this house. Too many screams and crying. Hope that's not bleeding through.
we've got a great producer who will make it work. So
Nice, nice.
But so April 1st, which I find pretty funny. Any of our non-American listeners, this is traditionally known as April Fool's Day. We're getting Morbius, the 5-time pushed back comic book movie featuring Jared Leto. Almost feels like it's a joke on April Fools, but I don't know. I mean, we've gone around a lot. Kayla hates Jared Leto. I think the Morbius character is an odd choice for a standalone film. What do you think?
He's got to team up with Blade, He's got to...
I guess if that's the thing, if there's I guess I'd watch it if there's a big reveal at the end, of Blade. That'd be kind of cool, but
I doubt that Sony and Marvel are gonna mingle on that. But
right.
Oh, the only reason I'm gonna watch it is because maybe Venom will show up. Maybe I'll get me some Tom Hardy action. That's it.
Well, Michael Keaton's in it. He's the Vulture in the movie, so. Who knows? Yeah, they might have something interesting.
That's the only reason.
Yeah. So, that'll probably be really, do really well in theaters, I bet. It seems like theaters are doing good again. We just got, some numbers back from The Lost City, which did really well over the weekend. So I see this movie doing really well, too. So we'll see. Also on April 1st, the reunion of Ben Foster and Chris Pine, the Contractor. I was not aware of this, but then I saw those two names from one of my favorite movies of recent years, Hell or High Water, and I was like, all right, you sold me a little bit. Apparently Chris Pine is some kind of black ops guy who quits the military and joins some kind of private contractor, military contractor thing, and he's lost overseas, needs to get home. Your basic war porn movie, I'm sure, but I really liked those dudes together in Hell or High Water, so just that alone's kind of intriguing. That you dug that one too, right, Mike?
Oh yeah, Hell or High Water's. If I was making like you said, a last, would you say 10 years or so,
Sure.
it would probably be on the top 20 or something.
Yeah, I think so for me as well. Yeah. What do you
The
think?
best
Kayla?
modern Western I've seen in one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love it. I want more of it.
Yeah, I know.
Watch it again, refresh my memory.
You're always terrified of Ben Foster,
I am.
in a movie.
He's spooky. He's been in my
two
two favorite Westerns now that I think of it. 310 to Yuma and Hell or High Water.
I adore him. He's great. I love stuff he's in, but if he is the dude who plays a dude who scares you in all of them, and I'm spooked.
It's funny thinking of his early child actor Disney days to what he's become now.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
he's an intense guy for sure.
What's that movie? It's 30 Days a Night or whatever else. He's the vampire thrall in that. He's just super cool in that too. That's such a good. But yeah, it's just kind of one of those things where I dig Chris Pine, I dig Ben Foster, and a shoot 'em up bang bang movie with both of them. Check it out.
Yeah.
That's coming to theaters, but that's definitely something that I want to, if it gets great reviews or something, sure, maybe I'd check it out in theaters, but definitely a streamer, type movie.
Nice. On the Pine rank, or the Chris rankings, I mean, Pine's number one now for me, I think.
Interesting.
A lot of Chris's.
I put Hemsworth second, Pratt, then Evans, I would say.
Oh, I like Evans way more than I like Pratt.
It's a good conversation.
At least personally, them as humans.
Right. I love Pine in that first Wonder Woman. He's really good in that first Wonder Woman.
I enjoy him in the Star Treks.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's good.
And he's good Kirk.
Yeah, you might be right, Mike. Pine might be.
I like him in everything I've seen him in. So Can't say the same for Evans. Can't say the same for Hemsworth or Pratt, honestly. So
I dig it.
I agree. That's a good point.
Rounding out April 1st, Slow Horses coming to Apple, everyone's favorite streamer. To the best of my knowledge, the first Gary Oldman television show. Noted actor Gary Oldman doing a show about kind of washed up British MI6 agents, secret agents. This looks like a lot of fun. Have either of you guys checked out the trailer at all?
fuck Gary. Oh, no.
There he goes.
I meant to. I was having a lot of technical difficulties before the pod, and there are some stuff I was not able to catch up on. So Slow Horses was one of them, unfortunately.
Sounds cool, though. I haven't watched it either, but I want to.
Yeah, it's basically like, I think this is a true thing or like based on somewhat true events, but I guess there's a department where they kind of stash their like less useful secret agents essentially, or like, members of MI6, and it gets the like misnomer of slow horses. That's like what they call them in Britain there, these like kind of older or less effective agents, and Gary Oldman is kind of leading a team of them, and they're gonna get into some shit, but it looks like a drama, like it's not played for laughs or anything else, but it's just, it kind of seems like it could be like, Red, those movies, but like higher class, a little bit more like dramatic version of that. Yeah, I kind of dig.
Good comp. Forgot about Red and Red 2.
Sure, yeah, and like that's a fun concept, like the grizzled veteran secret agent kind of people. That's fun, and I just want to see more of Gary Oldman. You usually get to only see him for couple hours on screen, but you're gonna get to see him for, I don't know, 8-10 episodes or something. So pretty excited. So that's Slow Horses, April 1st. This one's for me, April 5th, MLB The Show, coming to all consoles, coming back to Game Pass. It's my game of the year every year. Don't have to talk about it too much. They're doing a cool thing this year. Shohei Ohtani is on the cover. He's one of the best players in all of baseball. He pitches and hits. If you don't follow baseball, but he's from Japan. He's probably the best player to ever come from Japan already. And they're doing a cool like anime style cover on like the collector's edition, and they've released a lot of cool images, and they're really like playing up that like Japanese influence and stuff, and I hope it does well. It's the first one coming to Switch, so maybe it'll, baseball is huge in Japan, so I want this series to do well. I don't know how well it does in Japan. I know it's a good seller, but like if it blows up in Japan because it'll be on the Switch now, that'll be great. It's awesome. But MLB The Show. I
mean, and maybe because the guy on the covers from Japan.
Yeah, Shohei, man, he's popular. So,
you're gonna get the Switch version, right?
No. I'm gonna get the free version. No. But also April 5th, Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, coming to all platforms. This has been pushed back several times, but it's a huge like culmination. It's the 9 movies following, the Skywalker saga in Star Wars, but done in the Lego universe. They've come out with 1 billion of these Lego games. They're all kind of the same, but this is just cool. I know, Mike, you've recently been showing your boys, well, your whole family, I think, like Star Wars content, right? And they kind of been digging it. Like, do you think this is one that, they could inch into a little more?
I think so. Yeah, these have always been fun co-op games too. You don't get stuck playing as Luke Skywalker or anything. You could pick, in these games, they add like every little goofy side character that you could think of. You could probably just play as like a junk droid or something, or someone that was in the background in a cantina or something. So Greg would be able to play as like Boba Fett or something, and everyone will be able to find somebody they like. I think, which will make it easier for them to enjoy. But yeah, this one's been in the oven for a long time. They were cranking these things out like couple 2-3 a year, and this one's taken years to make. So I think they're gonna have something cool. I think I hope they changed the format of it and the minute to minute gameplay stuff, because they are kind of kiddie, simple games. But yeah, we'll see. It looks really pretty.
I've heard it's going to be real wet.
Shiny
There's going to be
ladies.
like evil crows, and it's going to be about 100 hours to beat. So,
Sign me up. You know, why not?
what do you think, Kayla? Are we going to add another to our backlog?
I've never tried any of the Lego games, but I do like a nice simple story game, and their co-op that might be interesting.
They're usually like pretty humorous too. Like they just do.
I like that.
They make everything out of Legos, so it's just like this. What if iconic environment from film you like is Lego? You know, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, my only experience with Lego is the Lego movie, a Chris Pratt that's enjoyable.
True.
Yeah, there's no voice acting in the Lego games. I don't think there's any in this. So all of the story has to be like pantomimed. So there's a lot of fun humor with that, like trying to, you know, like I remember the Qui-Gon Darth Maul like fight was different than what it is in Phantom Menace for sure. But
yeah, they can't really show because these are like basically for kids. They have to like not dumb down, but like change up the violence. You know, like it's not
make it a little more lighthearted.
Yeah, exactly. Make the violence lighthearted. So it's just fun. So that'll be April 5th. Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga coming to everything. Couple days later, we got Tokyo Vice on April 7th coming to HBOMax. I had heard about this, but I didn't know what it was. Saw the trailer for the first time recently. So this is Ansel Elgort. I know that you're a big fan, Mike.
Skip.
And
Skip.
Kayla, you don't like him. But
he has
the opposite. I know you love him, and Mike hates him. Oh. But so he's an American journalist, and he wants to follow the Vice Squad of the Japanese police to kind of like get in deep with like the Yakuza and organized crime in Japan. And my guy Ken Watanabe seems to be his like contact with the police there, and just looks cool, looks slick, looks like it'll be violent, and I'm always like interested in Japan, like as a place and like the interesting like ways they have about them and like the culture and like the Yakuza especially, like just apparently they control a lot of the economy there and a lot of like the politics and stuff, and I find that shit fascinating, you know. It's like it's really cool. So yeah, that's coming to HBO Max. Are you gonna give Ansel a chance, Mike?
Man, that's gonna be tough, man. That dude. Why do they keep giving this guy jobs?
He's so tall. He's so tall.
Put Ben Foster in Tokyo, please. Like, come on. Give me Gary Oldman trolling around Shibuya, okay? Like, I don't want this guy in any more of my content. I need him to get canceled. We just need to. If you got a face like that, like he's got a punchable face like that, he needs to just be canceled. Yes.
You didn't even make the cancel Ansel joke. I mean, what are you doing, Mike?
Cancel Ansel. See, that's why you're the host. That's why you're give yourself a raise. I like that one.
Thank you. Oh boy. So yeah, I don't know. I think that was gonna be fun. Maybe not fun. Maybe that's not the right word, but interesting. April 7th. I know Kayla's jumping on her seat for this one. Chrono Cross, the Radical Dreamers edition, coming to Switch.
I think Tomas stirred. There's a Tomas nearby.
Yes, indeed. day one purchase for you, Mike?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Gonna get it on the Switch. Gonna just looking for. I haven't. Man, the last time I played it was probably over 10 years ago. For those that don't know, classic PS1 RPG from SquareSoft. Great soundtrack, looks beautiful, fun characters, fun story. I can't wait to jump back into this one. It also has the like I guess it's like a prequel or previously set game that was only on the Satellaview in Japan called Radical Dreamers, and I'm eager to see what that is. I think it's just like a text-based thing, but if it adds more flavor to Chrono Cross, I'll take it for sure. This is going to be your first time with it, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm excited about. I'm definitely gonna get it. It's almost like a dividing line. Maybe it'll turn out to be like, man, I gotta like get further in Elden Ring by this or something. Like, I don't know, to jump into this, but yeah, I'm excited. I mean, you've talked it up for years, and I loved Chrono Trigger. So I mean, I've definitely not avoided this one for any like particular reason. Just kind of has been not available in a lot of ways. I know fan of the show Demetrius is immensely excited for this one. Might be an opportunity to get him on, maybe talk some cross, you know.
Disc dive. Let's do it.
I dig it.
Come on now.
It'd be like a cartridge
Crusade.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Yeah, cartridge crusade. That works.
Like that.
Yeah. A Chrono Cross cartridge crusade? Like, come on. Let's just
look at that.
Yeah, look at that.
If we were playing what's it called right now, that would be 4 points.
Tons. April 7th, Chrono Cross, the Radical Dreamers edition. Next day, April 8th, Ambulance, Jake Gyllenhaal and Yahya Abdul-Mateen in a Michael Bay film. Michael Bay is usually good for some shoot-'em-ups, some blow-'em-ups, and some cool crime stuff, usually. And that's what this is. It's a heist movie with an ambulance at the forefront. Checked out the trailer at all for this one, Mike?
Yeah, I think I saw this the trailer for a movie I saw not too long ago. I can't remember which, but looked cool. Look, the heist stuff looked real tense. The chase scenes looked cool. Of course, you're going to get awesome action with Bay. Love Jake Gyllenhaal. Love Abdul Mateen, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's Candyman, right? Yeah.
Yep. And loved him in Watchmen as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The Watchmen the series.
Yeah.
And this might be. I don't know that I've seen a Michael Bay movie in my life, so this might be my first one.
That's awesome! Wow, getting into the Bayiverse.
Yeah, never seen Bad Boys or Armageddon or The Island. So.
Missing out, man. Been missing out.
Oh yeah.
Hey man, Bad Boys is a lot of fun.
Patron Saint Bay in the future, huh?
That's boy.
No.
Not quite, but so that's Ambulance coming to theaters April 8th. April 12th, this was a shocker to me. We're getting some DLC for Back 4 Blood, a game that we enjoyed a little bit and kind of fell off. But Tunnels of Terror is coming to everything except the Switch, so PC, Xbox, PlayStation, all the above. I don't exactly know what this is gonna be, but I'm excited. I feel like this game needs like a boost. I feel like it came out, it was talked about for like, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks, and then I have no idea what the status is, if anyone's playing it, if it's
I think it sold pretty well, even though it was on Game Pass. I think people were buying it and checking it out.
So that's good, because, like, yeah, I mean, we talked about it a lot when it was coming out, and even after we played it a little bit. Like, that Left 4 Dead style game is cool. They're just coming out with so many of them. But this one did have that interesting like card system. I don't know if we ever really got going on that or really like fully understood, because I was hearing people basically make builds of characters out of the cards and stuff. Like you can go full melee and stuff like that. And I don't know if we ever.
I was trying, but yeah, it just seemed like you would just constantly keep getting the same card over and over. I don't know what we were doing wrong, but
yeah. I gotta say, it made for some comedy when we had a rando jump on our team that one time. That was
yes, yeah, that was the best session. I forget his name. He had a fun name.
Yeah, it was. I think we made it fun. I think it was more or less like normal, but we just had a lot of fun with it.
Oh yeah, we weren't calling him by his. We made up. Okay, whoever you were, and I know you're listening. We're sorry, and we should play. What is it? Terror of Blood? What is the DLC?
Tunnels of Terror DLC.
Tunnel of Terror. We should play. That's like a Simpsons Halloween episode or something.
It'd be wonderful to run into the same guy and make fun of him in the same ways. Good old Toxic Gaming. April 15th, we're getting Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore coming to theaters. Obviously, we just got our first real extended look at the new Harry Potter video game that's coming out too. So Harry Potter been in a lot of people's social media and stuff. Obviously, J.K. Rowling is a problematic figure. Kayla, I know you're just a huge fan of Harry Potter, and I've enjoyed the Fantastic Beasts movie.
I am a fan, correction, of the Wizarding World.
Right. Definitely. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, fuck Harry. I think he's the worst part of all that. So yes, the Wizarding.
Right. He's not the best part, that's for sure.
What are you thinking of? We've seen, I think, multiple trailers at this point have come out.
Give me all the Kowalski and the Jude Law. Man, give me that. I love it.
Yeah, and we got Mads now in the role that was.
I enjoy that more too.
Yeah, he's Grindelwald, right? He's like the main bad guy, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Dumbledore's childhood friend.
Replacing Johnny Depp. Who I don't know. That movie was pretty rough. That last one. And
the first one was way better.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. When there was actual Fantastic Beasts. But I did enjoy Jude Law in that second one, and I'm excited to see more of him as Dumbledore.
And it'll be a very Jude Law Dumbledore. I think narrow road for the most part.
What about Newt Scamander?
He's in there.
Yeah.
Eddie Redmayne, he's close to Ansel.
Oh.
He's better than Ansel, but Eddie Redmayne, I'm not a fan of his either.
So just people with weird faces, huh? I see.
Yes. Who would have thought when you're watching something, someone has to have a good face in order, to translate into enjoyment. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Hot takes.
I'm really interested to see where the reception is. Like I find it just super kind of depressing that like the Wizarding World has brought so much to so many people. Like I'm only on the sidelines of the fandom or whatever else, but I mean, Aaron, you, Kayla, everyone who like there are no like medium Harry Potter fans. It seems it's like you just get sucked in. You love it. It's just like Star Wars fans in a lot of ways. Like. It kind of
I would consider myself medium for both of those.
Sure. I mean, I consider myself like low end or whatever of like the Wizarding World or whatever else. But like seeing the joy that it brings, like Aaron and you, Kayla, and like kids and stuff. Like so many kids like started reading because of this like series and stuff. Like it sucks. It's kind of gotten embroiled in so much controversy with Johnny Depp and J.K. Rowling and just like it sucks that like I don't know, those people suck, right? Like,
Rupert's just holding everybody strong.
Yeah. She just needs to be sent to that cabin that they live in the first Harry Potter movie, like when they're trying to escape all the letters that keep getting. They seem to center that fucking little place, like in the middle of the ocean, and take away her phone so she can't talk anymore on social media. So
I hope so. So
that's what I realized. I just don't like hearing people talk their shit. People are crazy.
I'm looking forward to the movie. I'm not looking forward, like Eric said, the take cycle, just all of everything that's around Harry Potter is tough.
Yeah. Well, April 15th, Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore and J.K. Rowling's Russian Doll Season 2 coming to Netflix April 20th. I had this on the list just because I was wondering if anyone checked it out. Have you ever checked out Russian Doll, Mike?
I haven't. I've heard it was cool. Just one of those things that passed me by. Yeah. Not even sure. Is it about an agent lady, or is she has like multiple personalities or something? I don't know.
It's like a Groundhog Day type situation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's what
it's like a live, die, repeat type, Groundhog Day situation.
I get the title now.
Yes.
All right. When you open up a nesting doll, all right.
Exactly.
There's another doll. Another doll. All right.
And
cool.
Just the Natasha Lyonne, I think is her name. The main character, the actress who plays the main character. She's kind of like an interesting success story. She had a lot of like troubles in her personal life and stuff. Yeah, and I think she's like poured that into her work in a lot of ways, because I think that character has some issues too, and it's just like I think it's an interesting success story, and I really thought like when that first season, I never got to check it out, but it looked so compelling. Those stories like Palm Springs and Groundhog Day and stuff like that are just like, that's a cool concept, like just that repeating cycle kind of thing, cyclical.
The year of the loop continues.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, Happy Death Day, that classic. There's two of them, I think. Mm-hmm. So that's Russian Doll Season 2 coming to Netflix April 20th. April 22nd, I ran into this one coming to theaters, an animated movie called The Bad Guys.
This looks awesome.
It does. It looks so fun. So this is Awkwafina, Sam Rockwell, Craig Robinson, Mark Maron, and it's basically the Animal Suicide Squad. Like they're these bad guys. They're all various like kind of nefarious animals,
wolves
snakes
and sharks.
Animals that get a bad rap, and they're apparently like criminals in this world or bad, and they've been tasked with like a get out of jail free card if you save the world kind of situation. The set up a Suicide Squad, but just with like some really great comedians, and looks real fun.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be seeing that when it comes out for sure.
Yeah, kind of came out of nowhere. I actually didn't check who the like studio is or anything else. Did you? I don't know who.
It looks like DreamWorks, I think. It's got a very DreamWorksy.
Yeah, it looks like the stock DreamWorks style for sure.
Gotcha. Yeah,
because that's who did the bunny cop, right?
Zootopia.
Maybe? I thought that was a Disney one.
Just watched that recently again. That one's cool. I like that movie, Zootopia.
Universal is.
Oh, okay. There you go. So that's The Bad Guys coming April 22nd to theaters. We got a bunch coming to theaters on April 22nd, including The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. I think this has been on these coming soon lists 3 times, I think, at this point. But I think we're going to get it. Finally, I think we're going to get this one finally. I think things are getting better in the world. If you're unfamiliar with this one, Nicolas Cage plays Nicolas Cage in this movie. He's tasked by like the CIA or something to infiltrate a like drug cartel or a drug lord's like home by putting on a show for him. And the drug lord is played by Pedro Pascal. And I think we got Tiffany Haddish in this one as well. And it could be a complete disaster. I mean, as a lot of Nicolas Cage stuff has been, but they're doing the self-aware thing. He's playing himself. And the trailers just seem super fun.
They do.
Sold you a little bit on it, right, Kayla? I mean, I know you're not a cage lady, but
No, keep me out of the cage. But I do like this one. This one does look really, really good. I get that Nicolas Cage is a weird guy, and if he just be's a weird guy and we laugh at it, I'm in.
yeah,
I'm all for the Cage-a-sance going on right now. Pig last year. I hope this one's good. I want my boy to be back on his feet, back, you know, making respectable films. I don't want any more. Was it The Sorcerer's Apprentice or something, like all that shit
Bangkok
that he was
Dangerous, right?
Oh God, yeah. Yeah.
Was Pig eligible? I remember that being a thing we were talking about, Kayla, off mic, but like, Pig wasn't even discussed whatsoever at the Oscars as like a potential nomination. Do you know if it was even eligible, Mike, at all? When did that come out?
Yeah, and I remember like all my Oscar Twitter like thinking, oh, I hope Nicolas Cage gets nominated like before the nominees were announced, and he didn't get it. I think he should have. I think he's in a movie where it's just him. You know, he did a pretty good job. Everyone check out Pig. I thought it's on Hulu. Thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. I'm all for. I was just kind of telling Kayla how much, like, there was a time where Nicolas Cage was definitely my favorite actor, and it was in all those like just action movies, and we were just naming them. We're like, man, yeah, Face Off and Con Air and The Rock, and it was just like bangers, like back to back.
Leaving
like,
Las Vegas.
Sure, sure. But like, what, 8mm, right? Like that, like just it's like really good, like, and then whatever, Nicolas Cage. So that's April 22nd, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. The big one on this day.
I'll bear this weight. Mm.
The Northman. April 22nd, coming to theaters. Talked a little bit about this one. One of, I think, all of our most anticipated movies. I found out recently it's the character that Alexander Skarsgård is playing is basically the influence that Shakespeare used for Hamlet. Like, it's essentially a Hamlet story. Like, it's the Scandinavian like folktale that Shakespeare used to create Hamlet. So real interesting. It's like Amleth or something. Even like it's not even that far off the name.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
I thought you were going to bring up the theory that I've seen that he is the character in The Northman is like the ancestor of his character in True Blood. Like someone, they brought up some weird connection.
He is from Iceland.
Yeah, I think he's like a Viking in True Blood,
yeah,
so that's interesting.
Yeah, that was. But yeah, this Robert Eggers' third film. People who have seen it on my Twitter feed have already said it's their favorite of his three, and I love Lighthouse. So can't wait to see this. Visuals, the action, the acting. Can't wait.
Yeah, what a cast, honestly. And Skarsgård for you, Kayla. I mean,
thrilled.
He's a dreamboat.
Yeah. True. I mean, I love him in True Blood. He's a weird dude too. See, sometimes weird guys are fine.
Get some Ethan Hawke in there as well. I started the new episode the first episode of Moon Knight before we were recording, and he's in that as well. So
we'll be watching that
nice
tonight.
to see him.
Yeah, that's exciting. I recently told you I can never tell Ethan Hawke and Edward Norton apart. So
so weird. It's so weird.
They just like name a movie that either's in, and I'm like, it's the other one.
I think I've literally tricked him and bombed doing that, deliberately.
It's
they have such different vibes. I don't know.
I don't know.
Such different vibes. They're different. Now, if you said Ben Foster, I could see it in a way.
Nope. Ed Norton, Ethan Hawke, same dude. You ever seen him in the same room? I don't think you have. The Northman, April 22nd, coming to theaters. We're excited. Ed Norton starring in that one. Barry, coming to HBO Max, coming back April 24th. super exciting. I mean, what a weekend that'll be. I don't know if it's weekend, but like Northman and Barry, like,
And the Unbearable Weight and the Bad Guys.
man, holy
Those
smokes.
are all on the 22nd.
Give me that.
And Barry rounding it out.
Yeah. So coming back for season 3, right? This will be the 3rd
Yep.
season. Yeah.
Been gone for a while, a couple years.
Too long.
Yeah.
I don't even remember where we left him, honestly. Like I might have to hopefully do a recap or something. Like
They will.
So long.
Yeah, I was watching the trailer for this season, and I'm like, I don't know why Barry is in trouble this time. I'm gonna have to maybe just watch the last couple episodes of season 2, which I will love anyway, because season 2 of Barry was phenomenal. But yeah, if you want to see Bill Hader as a contract killer / thespian trying to become an actor, it's terrific.
Kayla, you just had a patient that you were talking some Barry with, right?
Yeah, I did. That's exciting. Somebody brought it up to me. I didn't have to start the conversation. I'm always like, ooh.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
funny. Kayla has this thing of like hoping that someone wants to talk pop culture, like in the dental chair, and it's real hit or miss apparently.
Yeah, I'm always like, so what do you do for fun? Hang out with my friends. I'm like, you guys like watch movies or something? Like, no. Like, oh, all right.
It's shocking how many people just, I don't know.
Nobody I work with watches TV shows or movies other than like This Is Us or something. They'll talk about that or Made, but
So much good content, and then people are just wasting their time on nothing, you know? Jesus.
I don't know what these people do.
So much. Not an Elden
They must
Ring
have
alone.
lives or something.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, goodness. So that's Barry coming April 24th to HBO Max. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm a big NoHo Hank stan, you know.
Oh, yeah.
That's my dude.
Oh, yeah.
Under the Banner of Heaven, coming to Hulu April 28th. Me and Kayla just watched the trailer. Well, it was my third watch, I think, of that trailer. Showed it to Kayla recently. I've been trying to scratch that True Detective itch for a while. Mayor of Easttown did a little bit. It's like a hand scratch, not like one of those nice back scratchers on a pole. This might be the back scratcher on a pole here. Under the Banner of Heaven. So this is Andrew Garfield, is a lead detective on a case in the Mormon church. It's looking like there's some cult type activity, some murders, some ritual kind of murders. But the kind of crux of it is he's also a Mormon. Like he's so it's like a crisis of faith kind of situation as he's investigating these murders. Andrew Garfield's hot right now. He's doing
very
big
hot.
things.
He's in many things.
I'm more excited for him than I have ever been. Like more excited for him than like Spider-Man or anything like that. I think I kind of like the dude. I think
He
he's
seems
good
like a
actor.
solid guy.
He's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. I think he's pulling a Robert Pattinson, you know, just like digging himself out from kind of being a joke to being like, holy shit, this guy's legit. I'm excited. I hope it's you know the True Detective I've been looking for. Looks like it's super dark. And I think Andrew Garfield can do it. That's coming April 28th to Hulu. Think you're gonna check it out, Mike?
Yeah. If the reception is like, oh man, this is great. Like you said, if it is in that same lineage of like a True Detective or something, which is fantastic, I will definitely check it out.
I'm trying to think. Does Hulu release their stuff all in one go, or are they?
I think
episodic?
they do both.
They normally go with the schedule, like whenever it's released, like weekly, like Abbott Elementary or something like that comes out, you know.
Yeah, I think this
That's
is
like an
technically like an
ABC.
FX like production, so it might
Okay.
it might be like a every
Yeah.
Wednesday or something
Summer
kind of situation.
Devs was once a week, and Fargo and stuff like that.
You're right, son of a bitch. I hate that.
Once a week is good, man. You gotta
Yeah.
do it. It's nice to just have like, all right, it's this day. It's it's
Yeah, you get something to look forward to.
It's Peacemaker
Yeah.
Day, right?
It's
I'm gonna
Fairy
get to
Day,
hear
right?
some good
Yeah,
music.
yes.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. Do you really want to do It's so bad. It's so terrible.
Let's wrap it up with April 29th. We're getting Ozark, the final. It's part 2 of season 4's the final part of Ozark, and now we can finally watch it, Kayla. Because it's done, and we can watch all 4 seasons.
Yeah, I don't want to wait 3 years for season 3 of Barry. Like, that's too long.
Right. Yeah. You haven't checked out any Ozark, have you, Mike?
One episode of Ozark.
That good?
No, I just kind of we were trying to find a show to watch, and I think Selena had watched most of season 1 and was like, "Oh, I really like this character," so we started watching it and then just kind of never went back. I believe Better Call Saul is this month as well, and that's another one where I think I would try to catch up on that before Ozark.
I've always had trouble with Better Call Saul because I loved Breaking Bad, and I really like the Saul character as well. But even just like the concept of him having an interesting life, and this interesting enough like to fill 5 seasons of show. It's a little stretch for me. I feel like, man, but I gotta be wrong because like everyone loves it. It's like one of the best shows on television apparently. So it's just like the entire concept of like that character being more interesting than he was in Breaking Bad has always been a stretch for me.
They do the thing in the first episode where they show where the character winds up, and I want to know why he's working at a fucking Cinnabon or whatever in a mall in his old age. So someday I will call Saul. I will call him up. But
you better,
Yes, yeah. Probably not this year, but someday.
Oh. Also on April 29th, coming to Switch is Nintendo Switch Sports. So the follow-up to maybe the follow-up to Wii Sports. I don't know if it'll have anywhere near the impact, but just everyone loves Wii Sports. I know I played a hell of a lot of it, and we always need more fun party games for our Switch. What do you think about a new Switch Sports, Mike, or a new Nintendo Sports game?
For me, Wii Sports was like this is like, if you're around a group of friends or something, it's fun to play for a half hour or something, but didn't really have a lot of depth. That this one can add that and still have that cool charm. Everyone loves the Wii Sports music and just the vibes of that game. They could have another huge hit on their hands. I don't think it's going to be flooding retirement homes and stuff like Wii Sports did, but tell your grandma. Wii Sports 2 or whatever that was called. What is it? Switch Sports?
Nintendo Sports, right?
Nintendo's. Yeah, there we go.
What did you play much of like Wii Sports, Kayla?
Just a little bit.
Yeah, a little bowling here and there, something like that.
I never owned it, so it was like when I was at somebody's house.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun, like Josh and Tomas and I, just trying to create celebrities in the Meat Creator, because that's who would populate Wii Sports, the characters. And like it was just fun to have John Madden playing center field, or James Hetfield from Metallica boxing and stuff like that. So it was a good time doing that. But
yeah, I just think all the grandparents who played Wii Sports are probably gone now. It's a whole new generation of grandparents.
Oh, that was like 15 years ago, 16 years ago. Yeah, you're right.
Right.
You're right.
Right. Oh, Nintendo Switch Sports coming April 29th. So April is looking like another big month. I mean, maybe not. Maybe we don't have an Elden Ring in here or something.
Or the Batman.
Or the Batman, right?
Those are big. The Northman's pretty big, though. I'm pretty excited.
Northman could be
the
huge.
Northman. Come on now, that's
It came to me. My mouth
And
moved
Chrono
faster than my
Cross.
head.
Like, come on, man. Come on. The
Yeah,
biggest game of the year, Chrono Cross.
And I think Barry too. I mean, poised to be really. I mean, you got a game,
A show, a movie,
and
and a game. Yeah.
you know, and hours of fun. So everything else is gravy at that point.
Well, one on April 5th, I believe HBO is going to release a Tony Hawk documentary.
Oh shit!
Called "Till the Wheels Fall Off," I believe, and I'm excited to check that out.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
I know he's been doing like a last ride kind of thing. Like, this is the last time I'm gonna do a 720 in my life. Probably this is the last time I'm gonna do a McTwist or you know. So I think he's contemplating the end of his thrashing career. I know you love doing Thrasher Thursdays. Or getting the deck out, so thought I'd mention that one for you.
It was sad to see him at the Oscars. It wasn't a great performance that day, but he was there with Kelly Slater and Shaun White.
Yeah,
it was fun. Kayla was like, "Who's the guy in the middle?" Kelly Slater.
It was really fun to see out of context. Apparently, Tony Hawk and Wesley Snipes got together backstage, and they seemed like they really hit it off. Wesley Snipes seemed very excited to meet Tony Hawk.
Blade and board, baby, you know.
I think Wesley Snipes looked good. I was like, man, look at him staying active.
I'm happy to see him.
He looks like a true vampire, man. That dude don't age.
I think he still wants to be Blade, like real bad. Like deep down, he's just thinking, you know, he can still get in. Slide in to be Blade, be an understudy or something.
That'd be a fun cameo if they did that, because they cast Mahershala Ali, right, as Blade. Yeah. So
they should get him ice skating uphill in the movie somehow. just really trying to ice skate.
They give him a little shout out in What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah, he is in What We Do in the Shadows. Oh,
they so have a vampire council meeting, and he Zoom calls in,
and he's got really shitty internet. It's great. Oh man, what a good show!
It was good.
Yeah,
another one I need to fucking catch up on.
Yeah, that's good. So yeah, that's April, folks. And that's probably the podcast as well. This is the point where I always tell you, check us out on social media. We've got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We have a Facebook fan group called Monstars. Type that in your search, and you'll probably find the movie with LeBron James. But down on the list, we'll be there. Our Facebook page will be there. So go ahead and check that out. You could leave us a voicemail at anchor.fm/machineofnonsense. We'd love to hear from you. Put your voice on this podcast. Just 1 minute. That's all you get. You could tell us a joke. Go ahead and do that. Thank you for Tony Ortega for coming on this pod, our last episode.
No.
Great fan. Great music.
Take his butt rock and shove
it. And we look forward to our next fan coming on the pod. We love you guys. We're getting out of here, and we're saying goodbye.
Bye.
Do you really want it?
It's good. I'm keeping that in.
Do you really want